What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Retro Creep. How's everyone doing today? Yeah. I apologize for not been on the past couple. Fridays are always touchy because we have an appointment. And we got a lot of people home. Thursday was just a different kind of day. We had a few things going on. And yesterday the kids were home because it's midterms yesterday it is midterms, so they may be home throughout the week. But today they're out sledding because we had a really good storm over the weekend. But yesterday was the holiday, so they were home from school, and so I chose against the idea of streaming while they were here. They were being typical teenage siblings. I'm like, I don't really need to broadcast that unless that's what you guys are into. If you want to hear teenage fucking fighting all day long about TVs and who ate whose snack and whatever, then by all fucking means let me know. And today I was late because I forgot that we didn't take care of the front steps. After that snowstorm, we didn't do the front steps, and we got people coming today. So I went out there and cleaned that up, and then I got a phone call, and it's just fucking. Today's been just one of those busy days. I'm going to be ordering some supplies to get some haunts done here. Hold on, let me see if I can't get this back. That was dangerous. I finalized the skull mound. And I got supplies coming in to make a mold of this. And I'm going to have 2 kits of the resin so I can pump out a whole bunch of them. I still need to pump out a few more of these. This is the hand-painted one. Typically, if someone gets one, they're going to look more like this. You're going to have to take care of it. Unless you want to pay me a premium to do it. I don't want to paint each and every one of them. Unless I go old school, kind of like what they do with the Masters of the Universe toys. They would just go, done. Move. Get to the next one. Violation Entertainment with the old school TV. I got to change some of those, don't I? To reflect the newness going on around here. PJ Smith, number 5. How about those Pats? Dude, that one catch. Holy shit skis. When the game first started, the first, 5-10 minutes of it, I was like, this is going to suck. My little heart's going to be broken. Wow, what a fucking game, right? I'm actually kind of nervous about this next game. I'm really nervous. Super Bowl, I got no problem with that. You figure the 2 top teams, someone's going to win. You hope it's your team, but I just want a good game, honestly. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about Denver. This is going to be definitely a test for Mr. May, huh? Skull mount turned out nice. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. We can appreciate it. I think that's where my start's actually going to begin, honestly. I don't think too many people are going to want this bad mamma jamma. Maybe they will. I don't know. So I'm not going to focus on those. What I'll do is, I'll do what I normally do. If I have a little extra resin left over, I'll pour it into the other mold. And then I'll bang out like 5 or 10 of these, the skull mounds. And then whatever I have left over in the kit, I'll go from there. I don't know. Maybe I'll order another kit after that and just specifically to mold up more of these. I still don't have a name for it. I keep wanting to call it the gourd. The gourd or something like that, because it's basically a rib cage with viscera, with muscle tissue. Salty says, "Yo, creeper, thought on that lady giving Trump her Nobel? I have no idea what you're talking about, nor do I give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about prizes and any of that shit today. Trumps, no Trumps." But yeah, I think the reptile haunt thing is going to happen a lot quicker than initially anticipated. Yeah, Yeah. I sold, if I don't know if you guys remember, I made a little Necronoma console out of one of those Sega Genesis Mini, whatever the fucks. It sold. It sold over the weekend. It sold over the weekend, $150. Yeah, I mean, Etsy takes their fees and the shipping costs and all that shit, but that sold this week. Google's going to be kicking me a check. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So I'm going to be putting that into this, and I'm looking at something for the channel as well. Something to look at, something fun, and we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we can make happen, but it's going to be a good couple of weeks. It's going to be a good couple of weeks. Let's see. A skull mound, but as a whole planet, like, right? Actually, that would be pretty fucking cool, making just a sphere like this. These are for, like, little pets to hide into, so I don't know if I want to make a whole round thing, but that would be fucking cool. A planet made of fucking rock and skulls? That's fucking sick. What's up on Con? Thanks for popping in. Dude, I don't give a shit. No, Salt. I didn't hear anything today, and I'm good. I'm good. Is Alucard handling the the marketing materials? No, Alucard is just underneath something right now, pretending not to be. Eating and pooping. That's Alucard's job. He might be in some of the promotional materials, absolutely, but I don't know if I want to let him handle it. But yeah, actually, over on the Etsy, my TikTok page I have for it, I did a video of one of the ones I had painted up already, and he's like the QC guy looking at it, and he kept going towards it, but then he tried to go around my laptop, and I couldn't get him to go into it. Not that he would have fit anyway, but he would have fucking tried. I'll tell you that. I have a Frankenstein's monster head. It's basically this part up and then with a hole in the face, and then the bolts on the side. It's so bizarre that he will go in and completely stuff him. I had no idea he could still fit in this thing. And one day I could not fucking find him. I'm like, oh my God, how did he get out? I'm looking for any possible angle that he could have fucking escaped in. And I started pulling things out, and I noticed that was a little heavier than it should be. And I looked over, I'm like, what the fuck? He was packed in there perfectly. He was in there for a couple of days. Good stuff right there. So, yeah, I will be putting him in, like, pictures and stuff like that for the website if I ever learn how to do some stupid shit like that. I know I'll eventually have to have a website. But I'm debating on right now starting a second Etsy account for this specifically. I think that might be the way to go. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I still like the Million McCollum one, just selling my general art. And like I've put up a bunch of VFD games on there that have sold. Excuse me. And again, that little Necronoma console I just recently made, that just sold over the weekend, and it was dropped off at the post this morning because between Sunday and the holiday, they weren't open. So if the purchaser is someone who frequents my page here, my account, my channel, if you will, thank you. I really appreciate it. That is actually going to go to helping my small business become a little bit more. I know not too many people have full faith in it. Everyone's like, I'm going to start a small business. And of course, we're like, yeah, I know you are. And it does what it does for a little bit until someone gets fucking tired of it. And I have a feeling that that's how most are feeling about this. And I was too up until this weekend when that thing sold. And I knew I was going to have money for supplies. And I'm just going to get them all banged out. I'm going to have stickers made up of the logo. Let's see. Do I still have the logo in here? Is this the logo? No, that's not the logo. There it is. There it is. I'm going to have stickers of these that I can put on the boxes that I ship out in and all that crap. I'm getting really excited. I'm actually going to fucking make this thing happen, I think. I don't know. And I've already had requests for a custom hide. I need to go to the store. I need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get me 1/2-inch rigid foam. Somebody had requested a coffin. for theirs. So what I'm going to do is, I had already planned on eventually making one, but I'm taking this as a hint. You know, the cosmos, the universe, God, whoever, I'm going to say Jesus, my man, is saying, this is the next one you're making because somebody requested it. So, and I'll give them a fat fucking discount on the first one. I'll even paint it and everything just for doing it. And it will be the very first one. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'll add a little clay to the mound and then put my initials in it. But it'll be the very first piece I make that will actually have my stamp on it. And I'm not talking about just this one. I'm talking about my name. With the exception of paintings on canvas and shit, I don't really sign it or put a mark on it or put it in the sculpt. Everything I've made, like if you go back to one of my videos, the Die Fighter, as in die, you know, it's a skull TIE Fighter thing that we put together. And that's sold for $75 on my Etsy shop. Actually, was it? No, I think it was local. I can't remember. Either way, I got $75 fucking dollars for the thing. But in the future, no one's going to know who the fuck made it unless they stumble upon the video or a couple of Instagram posts, you know. But I'm going to make an old school, you know, actual coffin. Whereas what we use today are caskets, 4 sides caskets, 6 sides. It's a coffin. You know, looking like the boards are really rotten and all that shit. And I'm going to sculpt a really good size one. A really good fucking size one. And I'm going to do a little experimenting with that mold. There's a kind of, it's like a squish mold. So if you look at the bottom of plastic, you'll see there's like a little ring or sometimes there's a little nub. What that is an air hole. If they inject it in one way, or what they'll do is they'll fill the mold with a whole bunch of product. And then they'll put the other half of the mold, almost like when you're trying to cast up model car bodies. Same fucking thing, you know? The other part of the mold smushes the resin so it fills the entire mold, including the inside of the... But you have to have holes for air to escape. And what happens is, of course, the resin finds its way in there. You put extra in there on purpose for that purpose, you know? And I think I'm going to experiment with that. And worst case scenario, even if that doesn't work, I still have the bottom mold that I can do slush casting. But I would love to just pour, smush, and wait 10 minutes, pull the fucking thing out. Bob's your uncle, cut a few things, grind it down, have a nice day. Out the door it goes, $50 in my pocket. Let's go get some cocaine and hookers. There's a meme for you guys. But I can't tell you how fucking excited I am about this. I see a positive future in something. I mean, I went to school to do that, and that hasn't really been working out too well. But, yeah, it is what it is. You know, you end up where you end up. Alucard, handling the modeling and the marketing materials. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Salty? I'll go back to what you were saying there about the PDF file there. I'm not discounting anyone on that list, but unlike a bunch of fucking idiots out there, I'm not labeling. I'm not pointing at people I don't like and calling them that. Because in reality, we don't know the reality of it. And I'll give you a good example. There was rumors that even my hero, Clint Eastwood, was on that list. And it's 50-50. It's very possible. He's an elite guy. I don't see him being that type. But there's, you know... Who knows? But I'm not going to sit there and label the fucking dude or anyone I don't like, you know? I can't stand the Clintons, but I'm not going to point at Bill and say he was definitely on there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I mean, that's pretty evident now. But or even Barack there. I can't see him either. I mean, I do think he's a... Oh, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I didn't like him at all. He was a great speaker. We'll say that. But as far as pointing fingers at anybody, I'm not going to. I'm not going to label anyone until we have the definitive whatever. Lists, pictures, video, whatever fucking shit comes out of that nastiness. Because look, what we're talking about here are children. Children being victimized. And I'm not going to use them as a political fucking pawn. I want justice to be handed out. Yes, But I'm not going to fucking play games with it either. And that's the part that's so sickening online that I see all the time. And people use words. They spit them out so fucking loosely. Is Trump possibly on that list? Sure. I mean, he's a rich elite guy. Of course he could be on the list. I don't know. You don't know. So until we do actually know, I say we all need to shut the fuck up about it and just keep pushing for the list. And then worry about who's on it afterwards. Because your heroes and mine can both be on those lists. So let's just, at least on my fucking, in my stream, let's just not talk about that subject. Because these are little kids we're talking about. Little fucking kids. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Makes me kind of wish I was a rich elite guy, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And I would fucking blow the fuck, I'd probably end up dead. But I would make sure that fucking place got burnt to the ground. And I'd take them all with me. Fucking money, the root of all evil. The love of money, anyway, not money itself. Money can't be inherently evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's what that was all about. Rich, elite people looking for... I'm sure you guys have seen Hostel. Kind of that idea, I mean, when you're rich and you've done everything, where else do you go? You go to taboos. You go to shit that the average person not only will never do, but it's, there's probably so many names on here that I'll be dreading hearing. But the reality of it is I don't think we'll ever know. There's just too many elite people. So you can speculate and be a knucklehead all you like. And I'm not talking specifically to you, Salty. I'm talking just in general. But, at the end of the day, we don't know. We don't know. And there could be a lot of people in here that you actually respect. It's just the reality of it. So, but we're here to talk about my reptile hides and... I want to say I get compliments. I get a lot of non-compliments on this platform. But every now and again, someone will sit there and say, "Hey, great video," or whatever, and I genuinely appreciate it. It lifts my spirits. But I did a video on my other channel the other day, not fishing for you to go over there. If you want to follow it, go ahead. The Creepy Crawl should be listed down below. But we finally got live here, I believe. The P-Rail, the Seymour Duncan P-Rail going in this Esquire. And I finally did my definitive review of it. And I am shocked by how many real positive responses I've gotten to it. I just sit in a chair right here facing the amp. And you can see like my fucking jammies. I'm still in my fucking jammy pants and shit. And I'm not mic'd up to anything, so you might... hear the strings and everything, and it's as half-assed as it gets. But like the most recent comment, the guy was like, at first I was like, meh, but I'm glad I watched it. This was a really great review. So I don't want that channel to turn into a fucking guitar channel, but it looks like it's turning into a fucking guitar channel. Really fucking fast. And I suppose that's fine. That's fine. We'll see. But I'm focusing on that right there. Do what I want to do. So if you're over there already, thank you. And if you've left a positive comment on that one, made me feel really good. Kind of had a rough weekend. And when I started reading those comments, I was just like, wow, I fucking did something well for once. Fucking cheerio, motherfucker. Oh my God. What is everyone doing this week? What is everyone doing this week? Again, I know I was late today, so we'll stick around. We'll stick around for a little bit. Maybe I'll plug the controller in. We'll play a couple of games. Trying to think of what else is new going on around here. Like I said, it's been like 5 or 6 days since we fucking hung out. I need to make it like just a video for you guys. It's been a while since we've just made a fucking video, but I do have the the year of the Atari VCS, since it's the 2600, Toilette, John. If you know that reference, and I think I said it wrong. If you know that reference, let me know in the little doohickey there. I don't really have anything else new going on here. There's no new products that I really care. I'm really enjoying the Game Station Go stuff. I think I might try to get one of those. Every now and again, BJ's has them for $99, and we got a BJ's right down the fucking street. I'll pay the extra few bucks to be a member for a day. I used to be a member there, but I didn't go often enough, to make it worth my while. So I let that lapse. Probably shouldn't have, but, because buying a gallon of mayonnaise at a time, I mean, that's necessary. That's fucking necessary. I don't buy gallons of mayonnaise. Except for when I'm going on a date. But, yeah, I've been watching those, especially that fucking controller that looks like a fucking Switch controller put together with the stupid little plastic thing. But it looks pretty cool. I love the fact that it's got that spinner on it, and you can plug it. I can plug it into this. I bet that fucking hurt your ears. I apologize if you have headphones on. I can plug it into this. How rad would that fucking be? Oh, man, my nose is fucking itchy, man. Wicked itchy. But, let's see. Missed crossover opportunity. Ernest goes to Camp Crystal Lake. Thank you so much, Violation. I really appreciate that. Let me hit that little heart thing. Hopefully that will fill your heart full of love. I genuinely appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? There are some memes made of that, like a fake poster, and I'm pretty sure soon enough there will be some AI bullshit rendering of that. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've already seen it, actually. You know what? Give me a minute to... Hey, Alan, what's up, man? Give me a minute here to check out what Alan's got to say, and then I'll go on YouTube on another tab and look it up. And if there is one, I'll put the link in the in the comments here for you, man. Hey, I just bought Stranger Things Season 5 on DVD. Nice, man. I didn't even know people were still selling DVDs. That's awesome. I don't have any of them. In fact, I was going to start watching them again from the beginning. I don't know. After the second season, it just felt samey. They just kept introducing new people and killing off people. And it was, I don't know. This last season, it was very underwhelming for me. There was some really cool shit in it, absolutely, but the van was rad. I was at a GameStop just because it was next to a Dollar Tree I was hanging out at for a little bit, and my daughter wanted to go to GameStop and check something out. And they had the toy, and it was like $35, and I'm like, I don't know, I should have got it. People are selling them for fucking money right now. I would have repainted it anyway. Maybe to look more like the van in... have you ever seen the movie Fanboys? That's a great flick. But Alan, give me a second here, and I'll figure that... Or Violation. I'll do the extra and check it out, man. Violation Entertainment says, I want AI to take Terminator 2 and replace Edward Furlong with Gary Coleman. Oh, that's fucking gold. Okay, let me go into YouTube. Oh, man. I used to have a huge poster of Ernest. All right, yeah, fucking course it exists already. You know what? Hold on. We're going to do this. We're going to fucking watch that together. This one is just a trailer. Let me get into, let me open that up. I can't see the chat for a few minutes, so. Oh, actually, yes, I can. I have it open over here on my alt account. Let's go to browser. Oh, look at E.T.'s wearing my new shirt. You should be Cool Kid too and wear the new shirt. That would be awesome. Oh my God. Oh my god. Alright, you guys ready for this? Hopefully I don't get a fucking copyright strike. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's all in the interest of fun. Let's watch this bitch. I love it already. Oh my god. Alright, this one isn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. So stupid. Alright, I'm not enjoying this one at all. They got him for good. Oh my god. Did anyone like the remake? I thought it was really good. I think Derek Meyer did a fucking fantastic job as Jason. You know what I mean, Vern? That was stupid. But anyway, here, if you can see it. Oh, this is one from 15 years ago. Ernest goes to Camp Crystal Lake.
He came from the lake, but this time he met his match. This fall,
You chose the wrong camp. Know what I mean, Vern?
Know what I mean, Vern?
Ernest goes to Crystal Lake. He came from the lake.
That's fucking fantastic. All right. That's all the Ernest P. Worrell that you guys get from me today. That was fucking fantastic. Let me jump back in here so I can see what you guys are saying. Fanboys is a great movie. It absolutely is. It absolutely is a great movie. Let me fix this, okay? But yeah, no, we definitely need more Ernest P. Worrell. Yeah, I had a poster. It was literally just him with a white background leaning in really close. It just says, know what I mean, Vern, underneath it. It was a really fucking rad poster. It was random in my room. Like, it was fucking this huge Freddy Krueger from Part 2, the famous one with them going, you know? There was that one, and just a bunch of Fangoria fucking pictures of people's faces split open with hatchets and crap. And then the Ernest P. Worrell. And Metallica. Slayer and Venom. And King Diamond. So my posters were fucking eclectic as fuck. But yeah. Yeah, I have a Game Station Go. I gotta go back. Oh my god. Uncon says, I have a Game Station Go. I like it a lot. The only issue is that the recharging games do... the recharge games crash randomly. I'm sure there'll be some kind of an update for the fucking thing that'll be almost impossible to pull off, but hopefully they're going to come out with a firmware update. Yeah, that's too bad, but I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm having fun watching it. Netflix only released Stranger Things seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. 3 and 4 are bootlegs. No shit. I remember when 1 and 2 came out. Target had, like, it was all Stranger Things, you know? These Stranger Things fucking loaves of bread and everything. Between fucking seeing Darth Vader and that stupid spider fucking monster with the red and black. Got so sick of it, I left fucking Target. Throwing up. I'm just kidding. Fanboys is a great movie. Rip Jim Varney, yeah. Yeah, that dude smoked a lot, you know? And he was notorious for it. It's no wonder lung cancer got his ass. That is too bad. From all accounts, it sounds like he was a fucking wicked good dude just in real life, you know? A really good fucking dude. But yeah, going back, Violation, thank you again for the $5 super chat. I hope you got your $5 worth of us perusing someone else's content. and discussing the content there within. But yeah. How would you go about a Ernest Friday the 13th game? Would Ernest just get a job at Friday the 13th? Like, the Friday the 13th part would be serious, but Ernest would be there, and he would bumble Jason's thwarts. He would thwart his killing. I'm curious as to what you would think about that. I think that would be the best way to go. Ernest gets a job at Camp Crystal Lake, and the Jason part is super serious. But then he just bumbles it all up. That's the only way I can describe it. I know I just said it literally twice. But, excuse me. But Jim Varney, yeah. I would love to see Jim Varney in Sleepaway Camp. Well, maybe not. I don't know if I'd want him to be the cook. That would be fucking nasty. Yeah, never mind. I don't want him in a Sleepaway Camp. Alright, that's enough of that. I don't even know if you guys can fucking even hear the amp. I don't even have it on all that loud. But, let me see something else here. Maybe there is something for us to talk about. I don't know. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of plug and plays. I just watched Gen X Gamer, or John, you know, review this little fucking Galaga machine. And every time I see one of those, of course I watch the video and I hit the like button and everything to, you know, to support the guy. Fantastic channel, and he's always been nice to me, you know, all the way from when he was a smaller channel all the way to past his 100K. In fact, I won a game from him that we still haven't played. It's that Atari put it out. It's a weird psycho game. iRobot. I still have that. I got to figure out how to minimize it, though, so I can get it to play proper on OBS. But he reviewed one of those things, and every time I see it, I'm just like, are we not sick and tired of the same fucking... And we talk about this all the time. Are we not sick and fucking tired of seeing the same fucking things just repackaged over and over and over again? I could totally see if you're someone who likes to collect product with a specific name on it, like, say, the game Galaga. You know, I want everything in my house to look like Galaga. I want Galaga toilet paper. I want a Galaga fucking sink. I want a Galaga fucking foot bath. I want a Galaga vibrator. I don't know, man. Yeah! That goes beep. The actor who plays the hardware store owner from Home Improvement in 50 First Dates as Drew Barrymore's character father took over the voice role for Slinky Dog in Toy Story after Jim Varney died. Oh, you know what? I never even thought of that. That is right. Wow. It's funny that you mentioned that, because we were talking about one of the times the family and I went to Disney. We were in line for Slinky Dog. And like we discussed earlier in this video, siblings will be siblings. And they're in line, and they were fighting about, I think, where they were going to stand, right, whether with me or her or whatever, you know? It doesn't matter. It was probably fucking nonsense. And I got so fucking pissed, not because they were fighting or anything like that, because, whatever, teenagers fight. But I'm like, and actually, they were younger than that. They were like teeny boppers, you know, probably 13, 14. And I'm like, we're at the most magical place on earth. Some place I never even got to go to as a kid. These kids have no idea how grateful they should fucking be. And they can't not fucking fight in line to go fucking ride Slinky Dog. I got so mad. And everyone around me was like, yeah, I get it. Like, I didn't scream and yell and cuss and all that. But I was loud enough that the people around me could hear. I'm like, we're at Disney. Can't you guys just not fight for 8 fucking days? Wait till you go to the hotel room. But they have been lucky enough to have gone multiple. I mean, I've been 3 times now, but that's only because, of saving up and paying it off slowly over the course of like 2 years at a time. We got a friend who I graduated with that's a vacation counselor, whatever, they plan, a trip advisor. I don't know. One of those people. And, we would throw $100 here, $300 here, $400 there, and it's the only way I was able to do it. But, Cheryl, she's a little more well off. She does pretty well for herself. She has some stuff that her father left behind as far as, like, money that grows for her and her brothers and stuff. So the girls have gone multiple times, even before I got my first shot, So I don't think they really truly look at it. Now they do. Now that they're almost 18 and they totally get it. But at the time, of course, they didn't know how fucking lucky they were. That was just something they had done a few times, That's what people do, right? And I just had to keep reminding them that there was no chance in hell I was ever going to see Disneyland if it wasn't for how we had done it, And they're like, oh, okay. And they get it now, but I was so mad. I'm like, we're in fucking Disneyland. I didn't swear. We're in Disney World, not land. You guys can't be miserable here, please. I don't want to be miserable. I want to ride Slinky Dog. I heard a juicy rumor that H.R. Geiger sued Atari for the original box art of Yar's Revenge. And they were forced to redo it. Oh my God. That's fucking cool. Hold on. Let's see what Mr. Google has to say about that, because that could be a video, first of all. H.R. Geiger is my second favorite artist of all time. He has been since I was really young. When I found out who designed the aliens, we had this store out here called Newberry. We still do, but it sucks now. Called Newberry Comics. It was like an underground kind of place, punk and all that stuff, metal eventually. But they had a lot of Geiger books. I bought them all up, even the one that was like $150. This giant hardcover, and I'd like to see what that. Hold on. Did H.R. Geiger ever sue Atari for a cover of Yar's Revenge? If I read that right. Based on available information, it says did not sue for the cover of Yar's Revenge. While the airbrush metallic insert creations, blah, 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 biomechanical feels are very similar aesthetics to Geiger's work, it is a complete original creation by Kimaru. I can never pronounce the name. I'm going to say Kimaru. But the rumor stemmed from general symmetry of the artwork style. I can see that happen. Or a mix-up with the large actions Geiger took against companies for copying his work. Okay, so I guess Geiger was pretty well known. I'm not the best reader. I apologize. Hey, what's going on, man? Billy O's in the house. And the reason I had to pause is because, again, it says Sugarcraft, which is a rad name, by the way. But according to this right here, Geiger was notorious for suing people for intellectual stealing or whatever, but never went after Atari. That was an interesting. Thank you, Alan. You're always good for the fucking, that kind of deal. That kind of deal. Or Violation. I'm sorry, Violation said it. My apologies. Both of you are fucking rad. Alan comes up with the coolest facts too, man. All the time. Good shit. Any thoughts on my Atari My Arcade? Are you talking about the Game Station Go thing that came out? Because I'm enjoying it. It might be something I might go grab. Newberry Comics was awesome, wasn't it, dude? It was like the only place around here the chicks would get their Doc Martens from, and I don't want to say it was an alternative lifestyle store because it really wasn't, but it was like, say, take Hot Topic but make it serious for the punk community. It was fucking awesome. You could get books there that you couldn't get anywhere else, comics there, obviously, because they were a comic shop. They didn't really get too much into toys. They had the best bumper stickers. I had this one that said, "Save the planet, kill yourself." Yeah, I know. I got pulled over a few times because of it. They're like, "Yeah, we don't like your bumper sticker." I'm like, "Too bad." And they're like, "Oh, yeah? You got to live here, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you're right. I'll leave it on the car." You should watch the movie called Escape from Tomorrow. The movie was filmed secretly in both... Wait a minute. I think this has been brought up a few times. Escape from Tomorrow. I'm going to write that down in my little book of things to remember from stream chats. This is literally everything I've written from you guys. Well, no. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm live, so chill out. Okay, hold on. What do we got here? Escape from Tomorrow. And I'll put movie next to it. Where did you get that?
It was at the top.
Let me see it. I want to show all my creeper fans.
It's close and it's been melting.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
It's gross.
These are given out at Foxborough this weekend. She found one sledding up at Mount Hood. That's awesome. Put that on my radiator.
I was gonna wash it.
Well, let's put it on the radiator to thaw out, and then wash it. That's a great find. Hang on to that.
I got it for you.
You got it for me?
I was gonna use hot water to rinse to melt it and then wash.
Okay, yeah.
And then put
If,
it on
if that's what you
radiator.
want to do, that's fine.
Yeah,
But I'm going to say thaw it out before you do anything.
Okay.
And then put it on the radio so it dries. And this is what I want to do before we wash it, because we might as well put it in a laundry, a bundle.
I was gonna hand wash it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Don't let Mom know. I just want to have it and then see how long it takes her to realize it.
what time did she get home?
I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe.
We got some.
I know. All right, I'm live right now. Let me finish this up.
Alright, what did the friends say?
I got, so far, that and Flames. I'm hoping it's from that. My kids fucking rule. That's all there is to it. My kids are better than your kids. I obviously don't mean that. Mean that they're better than your kids. But these fucking kids rule, man. For me, their mom's gonna lose her shit. I'll show you one cool thing, and then I will take off before they get going. I have a flower back here, and the seniors. My daughter's in band, and they did this thing with the parents where we went to the center of the field, which was a big M, and got pictures and all this stuff. And it was traditional that the student gives a flower, usually to the mom, but she handed it to me, and my lady was like, but she said she had read somewhere or saw on TikTok or whatever that some little girl gave her dad flowers because men don't get flowers until they die. So, such a great kid. We butt heads a lot, but a great fucking kid, So that's back there in case you didn't know that. Oh, let's see. Can you see him? Vorkis is back. My Mandalorian helmet. I'm going to start working on that here too. I kind of want to wear the Mandalorian kit during the walk to end Alzheimer's, so I might start shifting its look, unless I can find people to give me prints for either next to nothing or like failed prints that I have to repair, to do one specifically purple and white for Alzheimer's. I really want to walk around. I want to do the walk in a Mandalorian costume, so if you know anyone who has parts that they're just hanging on to or whatever, I'll pay shipping and all that crap. But I'm going to make a kit just for the walk. It's going to be fucking awesome. Can you imagine? I'm going to be in the middle of Boston walking around in this fucking Mandalorian outfit. I won't bring any weapons with me. In fact, I'm going to make a holster for... we get this purple pinwheel every year that you can sign and put in the garden. If you go back to my videos, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You know what that means? I got to register. I haven't registered yet. I usually do in March around my birthday, but I'm going to register early. We really need to fucking do something with this year. I slacked off this past year and it fucking shows, and I feel like a douchebag. But we're back, and we're going to make things happen this year with that. But I really do. I want to do the walk in a Mandalorian. It doesn't have to be like perfection, like joining the Mercs or whatever. But, nice enough that the average person will look at it and go, wow, that's quality work he did there. That's really good stuff. Until the actual fucking nerd's like, you can't mix that with that, and that one wasn't part of that generation, and that's post-Empire, not pre... Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It's all fun. It's all make-believe. But in the 70s, pinball company Bally sued by H.R. Geiger. Yeah, I can see that happening. And it's amazing Konami never got any heat. There's a lot of games that have a lot of that Geiger-esque. I mean, fucking Splatterhouse has some. There are games that are specifically, literally, like Xenomorph. That was an Atari game, right? Or was that Konami? I'm pretty sure Xenomorph was an Atari game. Who published the game Xenomorph? Developed and published for Panda by the platform Amiga, Atari. Okay, so because it's on a few of Atari, but I'm surprised no one got sued for that fucking game, because that's all I think about when I watch that, or play that, or have played that, you know? But with that, guys, I'm going to let you go, because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and I got to get things going for this afternoon. We have an appointment, and that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. This was it was an impromptu. I wasn't originally gonna stream today, but I was like, you know what? It's been a few days, and I should have streamed yesterday, but they were home, and I didn't want to impede on them doing whatever. You know, they like to sing and dance and do all kinds of distracting shit, and I figured since they were home, it was cold out, and they weren't probably going to go anywhere, just let them do their thing, you know? But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, wait, it wasn't Yaz Revenge. It was Space Invaders Pinball. So my bad. That's okay. No, don't worry about a violation, man. Don't worry about it. But, guys, thanks for hanging out this afternoon. Nonsense, nothing really going on. We had a really great chat. Really good chat. So, until next time, guys, take care. Keep it real. Wherever the world you are, I hope you're well. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All the shit I've ever said.